Let's see here. All right. We're set up, ready to go. Shut the volume off here. Let's mute this. There we go. All right. What happened here? Let's, okay. There we go. I think we are set up now. All right, I think we're good to go here. All right. I'm Mary and I'm with Hawg Designs, and I thought tonight, last week I went live and started creating a journal, and it was this little sweet Be Mine journal here. And I thought I didn't quite finish it, so I thought we would finish it tonight. And then I have a couple I have some buy it now items in my shop, as well as I have a couple items that will auction off as well. So that are junk journal related. So me move the camera down to the tabletop here and we will work on our project. So hopefully we can get this working properly. I think that's pretty good. All right, I think that looks good. So again, last week we constructed the basic pieces of the journal, and then we put the pockets and a waterfall journal cards inside. We have some pockets here and on the sides. So tonight we have a few more pockets to put on, and then I have a bunch of tags and some ephemera pieces that we will work with to jazz up our journal here. And this particular journal is in my Buy It Now, so it's available to you. It will come to you as a pre-printed kit, and then you will just put it together and embellish it however you would like. Your kit will not have the ribbons and laces and things like that I'll be using tonight. So I'm putting together these pockets. So these pockets have tabs on them. And so I'm just folding in the tabs. Thank you for stopping in. I do have a few Buy It Now items, as well as later here we'll be auctioning off some ephemera pieces. So if you want to stick around for that, I'd appreciate it. Or come back, check out my items if you're interested. All right, I'm going to move this up a little bit. So I'm just folding in some tabs that are on this pocket. Go like that. All right, and then we'll do this one. Hope you're having a good night. I had a pretty uneventful day. Nothing out of the norm other than filling in for my son and taking my grandson to have an MRI done. He is a wrestler and he had fallen kind of on his neck and shoulder, and it's been giving him a little issue. He's starting to feel better now, but they just want to make sure there's nothing else going on. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Tonight we're putting together a Be Mine Valentine journal. All right, that's going to go right there. And you notice that what I like to do is when I'm putting together my journals is I kind of paperclip certain things to certain areas as I'm trying to determine where I'm going to put them. So that's why this is paperclipped over here. But we're going to open this up so that we can glue these pockets in. Just like that. And I'm going to use Aleene's Fast Grab Tacky Glue tonight. Let's see here. It doesn't want to come out. I don't know why it's giving me fits lately. So I'm just see if I can open up that nozzle here. Ooh. I don't know why it does that. It's really, maybe I need to open up the tip more, or we have a problem, but it's coming out slowly, so we'll make it work. So this is a layered pocket. So I'm going to put this first larger one down first. I'm kind of centering it in this panel. I want it clear to the bottom though. So like that. And then we'll put some glue on this one. I'm just applying the glue to the tabs. Anyone have any questions, just let me know. All right. I'll put that there. All right, that's great. Now I'll do this one over here. Put my little pokey tool away here. Let me double check something quick. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. All right. Thank you for noting on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you for letting me know about chat, because this is my second time going live in chat. So I am still learning. So, and I'm kind of flipping between, I'm streaming 3 different places. So we will try to make this work here. All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing here on this particular pocket. I'm just folding in these edges. Like so. And then you notice I'm using this, I call this a bone folder. I don't think it's really bone, but it's probably just a plastic material, but it provides me to make a nice crisp fold. So I just do a preliminary fold just with my fingers, and then the bone folder will just really make it lay down nice and flat. So I'll do this one here too. Yes. And so I started making these, I got into these creative junk journals about, I would say it's about now 7 months ago or so. And I never created one before in my life, but the first one I did, I simply fell in love with it. I am creative by nature, but this was a totally different kind of craft for me, where I found creating it just, I didn't have to think about anything other than following a few directions, and then I got to decorate it however I felt. And so it was just a way for me to release some stress in the evening after my day job, and just to sit down and cut some paper and fold in some tabs and glue them down. It was just a creative way of, for me at the time, to release some stress and it wasn't an overwhelming project. So really been into these lately, and I have now ventured out to creating my very own journals, designing them and such, and that's a whole nother aspect of, for me, into releasing some of my stress from my day job. And these are projects that children, like at the age of 12 or so, some even a little younger with some supervision would be able to do many of these projects. All right, so now this is what we have so far. We have our cover of our journal. We open it up. We have two pockets, or two flaps that have two sets of pockets. You open it up, and then you have our outside pockets. We have a panel here with 3 pockets, and then a panel here that has a waterfall with journal cards. We have one more item to put together. It's on the very back, and this is a pocket envelope, I would call it, I guess. So it comes like this, and so there's some instructions here. This is the back of the pocket. This area is not visible. You're going to attach the flap to the top of this area, attach the full pocket to the back of our journal. I'm going to, again, fold our tab in. Hi there, Whitney. Thanks for coming on. All right, just like that. And then here we want, we're going to glue this on like, let me think, probably like this. So let's fold in our tabs on this pocket as well. Like this. And then like that. Want to glue this onto the back of this. So I want to put glue on the inside of this tab here. Now I could use double-faced tape if I wanted to, but this glue seems to be working really well. Just like that. Let's see. I'm just trying to get it lined up good. All right. Tracy, do you have a download version of this? And unfortunately, I do not. I do, because of, this is a Papercraft social item, and so I do not have the rights to do downloadable versions. So I have to sell a printed version, which would go out right away. So, all right, now we're just going to glue this. like so. And now on the back, we're going to glue this to the back of this panel here. I think what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to use some double-faced tape around the edges, and then we'll fill it in with some a glue stick. So I do have this particular journal available for sale in my Buy It Now. In my there are a total of 3 different journals available, and then I have a couple auction items for some ephemera pieces here that we will do in a little bit. It is in my shop, in my Buy It Nows. I think I have it actually attached to this particular sale, so, and it is called the Be Mine Journal. Now I do have one journal available on my website that is Valentine related, and that is this one here, where I have it is this little journal, and I call it my Sweetheart Journal. This is something that I've created myself, all the designs and everything, and so I can offer this as a downloadable version. So everything I'm showing you will come to you in printed, or excuse me, downloadable, so you can print the images out and construct it however you'd like. But it's just a simple little journal like so. And I have that packaged up. You will get 11 pages, and they're all include some full pages of some papers, and there is this heart-shaped envelope that we don't see here, and some extra vintage Valentine cards. So there's a whole variety of things that you may not see in this particular finished journal, but but this is available also in my shop. But I do, if you really would like to have a downloadable version, I do have this available in my website at Hawg Designs. So we could do that. All right, let's finish this little guy up. And if anyone is interested in any of the auction items, just let me know, and we can run the auction while I'm, in between creating this journal. We don't have to wait till I'm done with it. So I'm just using a glue stick now for it to put some glue down in the middle of this. Let me see over here if there's any comments over here quick. All right. And we will put this on here. Let's open this up here so we can get this laid in there nicely. All right, just like that. And we are working on this here, I think what we're going to do is I have a Velcro closure that we'll use here. Let me grab that. Let's see. Put that up here. To there. Okay. So we can put one in the middle or two. I think one is sufficient. Like that. Pop back over here. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Check out my buy it now items and I do have some auction items. If you're interested in any of those, let me know. Okay, so now we have our basic construction of our journal completed. Looks just like this. Opens it up. You have two panels with some pockets. Open it up again. We have pockets on the outside panels. We have a 3 pocket here on this panel, and then a waterfall that you can make notes and add some photos and different things like that. So now we get to decorate this up here. So I have some of the ephemera pieces here, and we have a lot of, let's work on some tags. So let's kind of get these tags laid out and figure out how we're going to use them. I like to kind of create little dangles with tags. They're kind of fun. Looks good with that. Let's see here. I'll put that with that. Go with that one. Over here we have a little journal card, so we'll just fold this one in half here. And I'm going to grab my foam folder to make that crease nice and sharp, and we can figure out where we might want to put that here. I'm not sure why. I don't know that this is part of the kit. I'm going to stick that aside because I don't remember. Looks like I cut the top off of the index card. I don't know. Oh, isn't this cute? These little bees, and we can actually add them to our tags to create more of a dangle. Here's a cute little card that looks like a cupcake. I'm going to fold that one in half. Just give it a good crease here. We'll find a home for that. And here we have some jars with some candies in it. We'll do the same with this one. We'll just give that a nice crease, and we'll find some homes for these items right away once we get our dangles completed. So here, I think what we're going to, let's change. I'm going to have like a dangle like this with 3 items, or 4 pieces. Let's see, we'll do like that, let's see. This little bee. We can figure out where we're going to put this little bee. We might put him buzzing around someplace special. So I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to have our little cluster bundles here together. So let's start with this one. Oh, set this on the side a minute. I'm not quite sure. Let's do this one first. All right, so I have my punch. I'm going to punch some holes in these. And then here, we're going to put this little guy and punch him on his wing here. Like that. And now we're going to decide what we're going to use for ribbon on this one. And we'll just use some of this pink organza. So I found that with the organza ribbon, it will fray. So I am just going to take a flame to the ends and kind of singe those. And when you're doing this, you just want to give it just a lightly go over those edges so that it will seal in those fibers. And you have a couple different ways of running your ribbon through your tags. I like to do it this way, where I fold over my ribbons, and then on the folded end I kind of crimple that up, and we're going to run these through the holes of our pieces. Like so. And so now I want to take this end here, the loose ends, and run those through my loop here, and then just kind of draw that up like so. And now we have a tag that has kind of these little cute dangles on it. So there's one. I'm going to set that one aside. Let's do this one here. Actually, let's change these up a little bit. All right, so we're going to put these three together, and let's do the same thing. Punch our holes here. That. And now this time, let's use a piece of ribbon. Let's see here. What do we like? What do we like? Kind of like this. This is really pretty. I don't know if it's too wide. Oh, this would be neat. Let's use this. This is really different. So it's this trim that looks like little pom-poms. We'll see if it's, oh, I don't know if it's going to go through. It will not go through our hole. That would have been really unique. Let's use then, should we use some yellow? Let's see what this is gonna, what this will look like. That's a little much. Here's some yellow. We're gonna put a couple pieces of this in there. So we'll do it like this. Okay, so I have this, I have this thin ribbon. So, where's my other tag? I lost it here. Oh, great. We're MIA here. It flew off. Oh, here it is. All right, so we are going to use 2 strands of this yellow ribbon since it's the narrow stuff. And so we're going to line up our little holes on this one here and see if we can run a ribbon through all 3 holes at the same time. And I want the middle of this 2 strands to pop in here. Oh, come on here. Maybe it will work and maybe it won't. It didn't want to work. All right, we'll get this guy in here. We'll get our pokey tool. That'll help us get this in there. Come on. There we go. All right, so now let's match up our ends. And we're going to run these ends through the loops. Like that. We're going to cut this loop down here. And there we have another tag with this cute yellow ribbon. All right. Let's see what we have here. We have the jar, this big tag. I think we'll do this like that. I might do this together like that. I'm always changing my mind. But you get to do that. You're creating, you get to do it the way you want to in the moment. Okay. So what color should we try for this one? I have some really, that's a little too bright. Let's go, where's my red? I have some red. Let's get some red in this. Here it is. It was just hidden. I'll go this way. And you know, we could, to tone that down a little bit, we could add a piece of this pink. So we're going to do a double ribbon on this one here. Again, we want to just singe the ends so it seals in our fibers so we're not having any fraying. And I'm going to put the 2 pieces, let's put the pink on top. I just wanted to kind of tone down that red a little bit. And let's see if we can get this in our holes like that. Looks like. There we go. Okay, come on here. All right, so now I'll run this, grab and open up our loops here. And we're going to run our ends through our loop. right, so there we have our another little tag dangle with a dual ribbon. All right, now let's work on this one. I think we're going to use this gingham. I think that's going to keep it cute on this one. So let's line these three up, and we're going to punch all three of them together here. Like that. All right, and now I have this gold. I think we will try to use some of this gold ribbon. Oh, here's more of gold. Let's do this one. All right, here. Now, if you wanted to, you can just use all the same ribbons in your tags, but I like to change it up just to gives it some different dimension and colors. So, okay, come on here. Let me check one more thing here. See if anybody's over in Facebook. Oh, hi, Nancy. So, Nancy, for the auction items, you do have to go into Whatnot. If you haven't downloaded the Whatnot app, you'll have to do that and set up your payment method. And then by using that link I've shared, you will be able to get access to $15 to apply towards your first purchase of Whatnot if you haven't done that previously with another seller. So you can do that. That'd be great. Let me check Facebook, or excuse me, YouTube, if we have any comments here. I'm not seeing anything new here, so let's go back to Whatnot. So anyone new that's popping on, I do have some buy it now items in my shop, as well as when we get done here, we will go ahead and do our auction items for some ephemera pieces. Okay. All right, so we have this one put together. Now we're going to work on these. I'll put these two together and these three together. Let's see what we got here for some pretty ribbon. Oh, this is adorable. Let's see if this, oh, I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see if it'll work before I cut it. I have this beautiful ribbon here that I'm going to try to use. Oh, I'm dropping everything tonight. Let's try to run this through and see if that'll work. Oh, it is working. All right, so let's give this a try here to run it through all three pieces. Like that. going to tie this. And a double knot. Like that. Oh, that's adorable. All right, now has these little flowers on it, these pink and white flowers. It's just adorable. Let's just get our flame and just singe this just to see, make sure that we're not going to have a problem later on. I'm going to snip this off here and do the same thing. All right, beautiful. Then we have our last one here. And we're just going to put those two together. And I think if we found a really pretty trim for this, will be enough for that as well. Let's see, what is in here? Oh, this might be nice just as a trim in our book somewhere. We'll try to incorporate that here. Let's see, what is this? That's going to be too thick. This will be fun. We'll just use this. It's much like what we've already used in that other piece. Let's see if this will fit through the hole. Maybe it won't go in there. Well, it did. All right, let's go here. And we'll snip that off. And we'll give this a tie. This is kind of stretchy. All right, so we have our tags all dolled up. Let's set these over to the side and see where we can put some of this fun stuff. So this little cupcake, I think I'm going to put here. Put this little tag here. And it doesn't matter where you put them. You can just put them wherever you like. Move them around a little bit so that the colors, they don't get lost in the colors. Okay, so we have this little bee that we can do something with. Oh, we can put him right here. And what if we, okay, where are they? I have this little idea that I'm not sure where oh, maybe they're right here. Maybe I have them right here. No, not there. Anyway, what it is, I have this little plastic spring that will attach to the back of our bee, and we'll put it on our pocket, and then it's going to allow this little guy to kind of wiggle. Whenever you touch his little wing, he'll just kind of wiggle, kind of like this. So I think that would be adorable right there. So that's where he's going to go. Let me just paper clip him on so I know that's what I'm going to do with him. All right, come here. And speaking of paper clips, this week in the mail, I got some new package of some little paper clips and some tiny brads and some grommets. So we'll be using those one of these days. Well, let's see where we can put our conversation hearts. We want to put them in here somewhere. We could do a little accordion thingy, maybe. Let's see. We can't do it between these pages. Then I wouldn't be able to open up the pages. We could let's see. I think we're going to cut them apart. We're going to put, this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut these two apart, and these two, and we're going to glue them on here. I just want to round out this a little bit more, like that, and we're going to glue these, kind of scattered them like right there, so they're kind of scattered, you know, like they fell out of our jar. Let's do that. Thank you for stopping in. If you, I'm about done with our journal here, and we will be auctioning off some of our ephemera pieces that I have in the shop. So we'll be doing that here in a minute. So we've had a lot of fun tonight finishing up this Be Mine Valentine journal. Let's see. Just trying to decide where we're going to stick these. You know, we can make a little card. Let's make a little card out of them. So let me just trim up the, so the two pieces match better than what we have here. Like that. So now we have a little confection heart little card, and we're going to stick that right here. So here is our finished journal, our little Be Mine. Oh, we have this little guy here. We're just going to stick him in here. No, we're going to move it over here so it gets to speak for itself. There we go. Okay, so now we have our Be Mine journal completed. And again, you can embellish it, decorate it however you want. So you open it up. We have some pockets here, and we've embellished up these tags. We made them into like little dangle tags with multiple elements on it. And the same over here. and then it opens up, and we have 2 pockets on the ends. We have a trifold pocket here on this panel, and this waterfall where you can have journaling spots, or you can put photographs or whatever you would like. So that finishes up this journal. Oh, we have this little guy in the back. We have another envelope, and you can put sweet little messages and surprises in this back pocket here. I have it closed with the little Velcro closure, and then we're going to add this little piece of hardware, a little plastic spring. It'll allow this little guy to kind of flutter. So that is completed. So let me check Facebook here quick. All right. Let me look at YouTube and see if there's any comments that I might have missed. I don't see anything there. So let's auction off some of these ephemera packs. So I have 4 different ones here tonight. And what I've done is I've pre-cut them all. They came on sheets, and I've done the work for you and pre-cut them for you. And we will start with our first one. What do we got here? I have this one on top. There are 13 pieces in it, and it has a variety of different sayings. One says, "Hello, sugar. There is nothing in the world like love. In my heart, on my mind, all day long." Then it has these words that must be French, because the last word is amour, and it apparently means be my one love. Side by side, February 14th, my busy day. Valentine news, extra special. Was I just another love affair to you? Oh, I can't believe that you're in love with me. Meet me tonight. Ooh. In a dream of love. Have a heart. I love you more than anybody loves any girl, or any boy loves any girl. And then again, hello, sugar. So this is our first ephemera pack that we'll auction off here. And I believe they're starting off at $1. So let's see if I remember how to do this. Do I do this? Product actions. I don't know what the how long it's going to go for timing wise. We'll find out here. So we're going to start the auction on this ephemera pack that has 13 of these Valentine's sentiments. Oh, here, I can tell it how long. Oh, how do I? 10 seconds. Oh, wait, it says 30 seconds. Let's change that to, let's see here. Let's go 15 seconds on our first item. Again, it's this ephemera pack here for 13 Valentine's sentiments. It's starting at $1. And here we go. So a wide variety of sentiments in this particular packet. All right, thank you for looking at that. And then we have another packet here. Let's see which one's next. Oh, this is a pretty one. It's this one here. And this one has 17 pieces in it. And we'll look at them here. So in the envelope here yet is some heart shapes, and then there are some tiny little red tags. Again, I hand cut these out and they're ready for you. Here we have just 2 little hearts. We have this envelope, this love, looks kind of lacy or raggedy on the edges. We have a rose fussy cut. We have a paddle lock with heart shape. We have a tag that says 14. We have this looks to me like a little piece of trim. We have some tickets that say Sweetheart Matinee, February 14th. It's a little ticket. We'll have a little, like a label, to my sweetheart. We have another ticket. This one says Admit 1. I think it's supposed to say Admit 1, but it's maybe in French. The last word looks like matinee. We have this little flower spray, some more little hearts, and then we have this piece of lace. So these 17 pieces, we'll auction those off starting at $1, and we'll start the auction here. For this ephemera packet, all right, thank you for looking at that one as well. All right, here we have a set of 24. They're more of the retro style ephemera pieces here. Oh, come on here, what's going on? Here we go. Again, 24 ephemera pieces in this one. And they have a wide variety of different sayings. Again, it's more of a retro feel. This one, the ones in the bag says, "My sugar, drop a line to Cupid." Then we have every time I fall in love. Kisses, the sweetest kiss of all. Valentine greetings. Say you'll be mine. Somebody loves me, and then must be French. I'm not quite sure what it says. Kiss or missing you. Take a chance with me. Will you always love me? Honey. And we have, so you're the only one. You're the cream in my coffee. This one here. 2-1 love. To my dearest. This one I'm not sure what it means. El Corazon. Just for the love of you. Sweetheart of my dreams. You've stolen my heart. Evening brings memories of you. You who, I'll call you tonight. Under your window tonight. Sweetheart's holiday. Love is like a game of cards. Sweet little you. So this packet of 24 retro ephemera pieces are all, we're going to auction this one off here, starting at $1. And we're going to start the auction on this. If you're interested in that, you can grab it. All right. Okay, thank you for checking that out. I appreciate you looking at that. And then my last one is a packet of 60 Valentine's sentiments. We're not going to read all of these, but they're coming in 3 different shades. You're going to have them in red. This one says sweetheart. This says you make me smile, and that's in a pink. And then this one says I adore you, and it's in a gray. So I, again, hand cut all of these out so that they're ready for you and you can craft right away with them. So we're going to start this one also at $1. We're going to start the auction on this. And if you want that, you can grab that up for $1. Hope you're having a good night tonight. All right. I think that is everything. And finally, I'm just going to show this little retro sweetheart little junk journal folio that I had created. This is something that I've designed myself. I have it available on my as a buy it now as a kit that'll come to you like this in a kit, 11 pages. And then I also have on my website, I have it available as a digital download. I have it available as a paper kit. I have it available as a paper kit with embellishment. So that means all the ribbons and laces and things. I have it also available to purchase the finished kit itself. So first off, we have this little dangle here. And on the dangle, I have it attached with a bulb pin. I found these little wood hearts, and then I have these tiny little keys, and I stuck this little ribbon on it. I have it closed with another piece of ribbon that wraps around it and then just wraps around the little button that I created. So you just open that up. The front here has a little pocket. I stuck in our little sweetie pie here that says Be Mine. And I have these tickets. This says Be My Valentine. I found these paper doilies. I thought they were perfect to add to this journal. So I used my paper doily and added that for a piece of embellishment. Then you open it up, it has 2 more pockets filled with some sweet things. Here's our little fella that is courting that little sweetheart on the front. And he's carrying a box of chocolates. We have some tags here that you can write little notes on the back if you want. We have this little tag, and I made it just like a little pull tab with a piece of ribbon or lace. And I added this little I love you to it. Here we have our roses. We have a cute card here. The kit comes with several more of these vintagey Valentine cards. And then I have a little envelope here, and I have some journal cards in this. This says I love you, and then just some cards, and you can make little messages on the back. You could use this envelope as well to put gift card in there or something special. It would be kind of cute. I just thought of this today, is to, if you're into like date night, have date night coupons or something. You can include that in your journals as well. And then on the back, I have another pocket. This is a double pocket, it looks like. We have 2 pockets here, and I just stuck in some more tags that I've embellished up. Here's another one of those vintage Valentines with this fun little girl on it. So that's available as a buy it now kit in my Whatnot shop tonight as well as this Be Mine journal. You're going to get all the paper printouts to be able to create your own, and then you will decorate it however you would like. So that's what I have tonight. I appreciate you coming on and hanging out with me. I just checking I'm streaming a couple other places here tonight, so I think that's it. We've completed our project, and I think we're going to call it a night. I appreciate you stopping in, seeing what I had to offer tonight, and I will be coming live again next week, Thursday at 7:30 on Whatnot, streaming to Facebook and to YouTube. I have a show bookmarked for Saturday, which I probably am going to postpone and reschedule it. I need to do a de-stash sale, and I have a wide variety of things from beads to patches like for hats. I have some more of the vintage craft books that I would like to get rid of. I have some I have some silicone beads as well, a few of those, and some wood cutouts I'll probably throw in there, and all kinds of things. So if you want, once I finalize it and have everything ready, I will definitely get that in the show listing, and we'll get you some good fun stuff to create with. So with that being said, I'm signing off tonight. Thank you for stopping. We'll see you again next week. Let's see.